back again. I know I said I'd be more, I'd pump out more videos, but I'm in school and I'm having a hard time kind of managing both right now. But I'm gonna try to make more of an effort to do so and at least make a couple tip videos a week. And I also want to bring some NHL videos to the channel. NHL and Madden are like my two most played games, and then when Call of Duty comes out, I want to make a little bit of videos on that. That does not mean I'm going to stop making Madden videos. I'm going to keep coming out with tip videos and keep my series going about the how to stop the tough formations, and that's what this video is going to be about. Actually, this is episode 3. We're gonna look over the single back tight slots. I think everyone knows this formation. It's super tough. And I think everyone knows this play that I'm about to come out in. Halfback pitch. It's, if you've played online and if you've played against good players like salary cap or anything like that, you know about this run and you know how tough it is to stop. That's really, if someone comes out in this formation, that's the main thing you have to worry about. This pitch might not work in practice mode because I'm using 2 controllers, but you can see this pitch. If you get someone like that, if you make people miss, it's so deadly. I mean, you know, in a game, like if you've played against this, it's sometimes it's impossible to stop if they're mixing in the dive as well. But what I like to do is, I know that pitch is coming, so I like to just try to spread out my safeties because they are in the run fits, and I just try to get as much guys in that area as much as I can, and also try to user that area. I can't do it with 2 controllers, but as you can see, I'm just trying to get more guys out there and try to contain it. At least you're never gonna stop it fully, but as long as you can contain it, you're gonna do just fine. And most players will stay out of it if you stop it a few times in a row too. Another option you can do to stop this is just basically using cover 2, because if you're in cover 2, I like to baseline press against this defense, or this offense, sorry, because puts your corners out wide for the pitch. And as you see, if you are in cover 2, your cornerbacks are in run fits. These 2 outside guys, Gilmore, if I can get to him, it's hard with 2 controllers. Yeah, Gilmore. On the other side, Butler, they are in run fits. So when there's a pitch happening, they run right towards the running back because they are in run fits. And if they read run, you'll see here. See, as he's running, he gets picked up on the block. But as you can see, he's running towards that, and that's another great option is cover 2, because them being in run fits, they are the quickest players to the backfield, and they can make a play. He got picked up there by Incognito, but again, if you're using that side, if you're using a linebacker here and he runs to that side, you can get over there and clean up the mess over there. So basically, against the pitch, you really just want to either run cover 2, or if you're going to run cover 4, I'd try to move the safeties out wider just to get more guys on the outside. And then I run a cover 2 to keep your guys in run fits. That's personally what I do. I run a cover 2 and I try to keep them in run fits. You can even slide them out a little bit more just so they have a better chance of getting to the backfield instead of getting picked up by a blocker. And another thing people like to do, and this is when it gets really tough, is they like to motion over a guy usually. So they'll motion over a guy like Clay, and then you can see it just gets piles of yards. That was bad run stick there, but as you can see, there's a wide open hole. So it's very tough, this offense, to contain, but with a good user and just a good understanding of what's going to hurt you, and just getting guys in the right position, I mean, you can contain this offense. It's going to be tough, and it's going to be, a sweaty game, but you can, as long as you kind of know what's going to hurt you, and just try to get bodies in that area and try to clog up that area. And that's kind of what this series is about. Is just, I'm not going to tell you how to fully stop it, because I mean, it's kind of hard in practice mode. Things differ in a game. People don't just run this. A lot of times they'll run this with sprinkled in with other formations, and things like that. But as long as you understand what can beat you, it's going to make you a better Madden player because you know what to look for. And for this, if they start running dive's a very good run too, because if you start spreading out, like say you spread your line out, you spread your backers, you get everyone out wide because you're thinking pitch, he's going to, I mean, it might not work in practice mode, but he's going to be open for the dive. Unless you have I mean, really it's your user that's going to have to make a lot of the plays on this against this formation or this offense. You know, you're going to have to be able to be ready for the pitch, but as well be ready for the dive, because those two as a combo are very tough to stop. But you just got to understand and try to make the play. You know, you can always pinch your linebacker or your D lineman just in case for the dive, and then you can spread your backers if you want, and like I said, you can baseline and press and put your corners out a little bit more just to get them in better positions, and you know, close to the receivers, and they can make a play on it. It just depends, but I just want you to know what's going to hurt you in this defense. And I think for the pitch, I think cover 2 is a very good option with your cornerbacks being in run fits. And against something like the dive, even a cover 4 works as well, because your safeties are in run fits, so they're going to come down on the initial handoff and try to make a play, especially because it's an inside run. You know, he's not going to be able to really cut it outside. So those are the 2 running plays that you really have to watch out for in this offense. The passing plays, I mean, obviously bench switch. I think everybody knows that bench can be tough if you don't know how to stop it. If you don't adjust, it can be tough. But it's once that person does it enough, it's pretty easy to stop after that. But the other play that a lot of people come out in is deep post and halfback wheel. We'll come out in deep post first. And for this, the main route they're looking for is Matthews. So they'll even keep that in because then they'll have a high-low. So if your user chases the Holmes route, he'll just throw over top to the Matthews. You got a corner and a drag coming across. You got a nice table route to the running back. So if someone comes out in this, I immediately think halfback wheel or deep post. And what I know is that this Matthews he's going to be running a post regardless. So you have to, if you're going to be running, like say a cover 2, get the right controller. If you're going to run a cover 2, you have to make sure you have a blue out there. And you could even put hard flats out there. And then you could man this guy up on Clay maybe, because he's going to be running a corner route on both offenses. And then you can just kind of lurk the middle. I mean, you can come down to the drag if there's a drag. You have the hard flat out there to protect the table route. You just have to watch the drag and Matthews and Holmes, and that's really your 2 main targets. Because as you can see, snap the ball with that blue route, your linebacker will make a play on that deep zone, and if you're using that area, it's going to be very tough for them to kind of trust that throw. And that corner route's pretty locked up if you have a good corner manned up against that tight end, and then you can, like I said, you just lurk the drag, lurk the in routes, the drag, the other drags, the deep post, and then you know that this table route's going to be taken care of with Gilmore and a hard flat. So we'll come out in halfback wheel, and it's the same kind of principle in halfback wheel. Come out, show you halfback wheel. This is not like the gun split coast halfback wheel, but it's a very popular one as well. And as you can see, again, a deep post to Matthews. So if you're going to run a cover 4, you don't really have to worry about the deep post. I'd still use her in that area because you want to use her in the middle. But say you're running a cover 2, you want to have that middle third, that linebacker in a position to stop that post. And then you can see what else hurts you here. That wheel route to McCoy is long developing, so they're going to need a lot of time in the pocket. So hopefully they don't get that. But if you want to ensure that he doesn't get that off on you, you can always man up your linebacker and just kind of get him in an area to make a play, especially if you have a fast linebacker. So really all you're worried about is, because the Holmes corner route is taken care of with that cloud flat on the left side and a Tampa 2, and you just have to kind of watch the middle. You can lurk because if someone puts a drag to clay, you can lurk the drag, and then if they do a backside in route, you can lurk the in route, and then you got the post taken care of with your linebacker. So this is a good way to kind of contain this offense, and you can take a little bit more chances by getting a little crazy with your adjustments and be able to fully stop this and shut someone down. It's something you gotta play with. You gotta practice in practice mode. You gotta, that's what labbing defense is, going against these tough formations and figuring out ways how to contain it and stop it. And sometimes all it takes is one mistake they make, and you can win, and that wins the ball game. So that's gonna conclude this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make at least 2 tip videos a week. Gonna try to maybe make some NHL videos this week or this weekend. We'll see what happens. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, just leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.